Good morning, y'all. How many times do we come on these videos and say, okay, this is going to be a short update? I sure hope this one is because I don't have a whole lot of time this morning and I'm going to try my best to make it short. But I got several things I need to tell you and I can hardly wait. Sorry, no context today, so glasses have to be worn. Gosh, I've got some crazy hair going on. It's time for a haircut. Look at that. Jeez. I have this little place right here. The only place on my head that curls. Right there. It curls. Nowhere else. Insanity. Um, Last time I did a video, I forgot to do the I Remember When segment. So I want to be sure I do that this time, and so I'm going to do it first. When I was 16, one of my best friends named Judy with an I got a car for her birthday, and it was a little, I think, a Rambler convertible. I don't remember for sure, but it was red and it was a convertible. Her dad, who was a very conservative gentleman, gave her a limit of 25 miles per day that she could drive. Every Sunday, she would pick me up after church. We would go to this little drive-in dive sort of a place and order a hamburger. No, French fries. We ordered French fries there. They were those big, fat kind, that are crispy on the outside and soft on the inside, and they cooked them when you ordered them. So they were piping hot when we got them. We would spread them out on paper towels across her back seat and immediately drive across the street to another little drive-in named Rich's, where we would buy a hamburger. We liked the French fries better at the first place. We didn't like the French fries at Rich's, but we liked the hamburgers at Rich's. But then we would get our hamburgers and we would drive quickly over to McDonald's, which is where everybody would hang out, and order a Coke. And we would have our Sunday lunch in her car. When she got home at night, her dad would go out and check the odometer and write down her mileage. If she went over her miles, then she got deducted those miles for the next day. He kept a notebook on it, y'all. It was wonderful and so funny at how we would park that car so we would know exactly how many miles it was to get to my house and to get to her house, and we wouldn't drive over what we could. We would just park and watch everybody else drive by. Anyway, that's my I Remember When segment. Update on my brother Terry. I can't remember. Have I talked to y'all since the cruise? Terry had a stroke while we were on the cruise. It was not a terrible one. It was a brainstem stroke, we found out later. We were able to keep him there on the boat, but immediately after we got home on Thursday night, he put him in the hospital on Friday morning, and he stayed about a week and came home. I went over, we were taking turns to staying with him because he couldn't stay alone, and I went over on Memorial Day, and stayed with him Monday night and Tuesday night. And Wednesday morning, for some reason, that stroke exacerbated his paranoia from the dementia, and he ran away from me. Took us a long time to catch him and get him calmed down enough, and my nephew came home from work and he took him back to the hospital. That will be 2 weeks tomorrow because today is Tuesday, June the 12th. He's still in the hospital. Unfortunately, has not done well at all. The kind of dementia he has, which is called Lewy body dementia, has some Parkinson's type symptoms with it, which is hallucinations is one of them, and balance and stuff like that. He is reliving his days as a policeman, which was in the 70s and 80s. And in fact, told the nurses that they should not trust my sister Sherry and I because we were part of the Mexican drug cartel. His poor little brain is just kind of caught back in that era, but he's getting better. They've gotten his meds changed, and Yesterday we had a really wonderful conversation. We're taking turns staying with him at the hospital. And so I had a really good conversation with him yesterday, and he made a couple of jokes and laughed with me. And, he still doesn't talk sensibly all the time, but he does part of the time, so we are hopeful. He's not eating, though, and we're concerned about that. We may have to have a feeding tube put in. So if your faith allows you to pray, then I would ask for prayers for Terry and for us as his family, because we are so concerned for him, and so hopeful that he's going to get much better in the next few days. So, mania. Because of all that went on with Terry and things that were going on with his care, I didn't get all of my 31 projects touched during May, but I did get 24, which I thought was pretty darn good. And I had one finish in those as well. This is a free pattern, and I'll show it, but you can't really tell anything about it. It's called Happy You, because there's a little sheep on it. It's a shepherd's bush pattern. I put it on a 28 count mystery linen, because I don't have a clue what this is. And after I stitched it, I wasn't really sure it was 28 count. But anyway, I used the call for threads, except I did use 3 strands over 2. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to finish this, but probably just a pin tuck, a little small pillow, maybe with some blue rickrack or something like that. Then I had, I showed you that starts through the 15th, I think. And I think I have 5 more, but I'll show you those. Summer Schoolhouse Lessons. And this one is number 1. This is a Brenda Gervais pattern. Oh, I should show you the pattern, I guess. There you go. There's the pattern. Love these patterns. Love them. This one is stitched on. These are my little labels that I'll get the name in a minute. Someone made for me. Brenda Gervais, Summer Schoolhouse Lesson 1, 28 count Wren with the called for threads. I did substitute a couple of DMC threads, and I just barely got a start on the border. I'm not sure. I think it's this way. That's all I got done that day. It's not real easy to stitch in the hospital. It's a little too chaotic for me. I don't do well with that. Noise and chaos. Another start is In Full Glory, which is a Blackbird Designs pattern out of the book Sweet Land of Liberty. I used a 32 count MCG linen natural and the called for threads. And it is this one right here. This is going to be just absolutely gorgeous. I hope I get back to it fairly soon. And it's another one that I started on the border and didn't get very far. But that's okay. I got a start on it. And I'm pleased with that. And then this pattern is one that I got right after market. I don't know. I think it came at, yeah, it's a 2018 Romy's Creations. Home is Where Your Mom Is. I think I told you before that one of my daughters, my oldest one, always tells people home is wherever my mom and her stuff are. So this is going to be for her. And this is my start. I got the top border and then the crown, and started on some of the lettering on the sides of this one. Maybe I'll get that done for a Christmas present. Little House Needleworks, Patrick Henry. I know y'all have all seen that pattern, but I'll show you where I am on that. I have this roof done. This is the next to the last one in this series for me on this 28 count gingham tin roof. My goal is to finish this one this summer, and I hope that's going to happen. And then I believe this is the last one. Grateful, thankful, blessed. This one is another Brenda Gervais pattern, and I did it on 32 count platinum with the called for threads. That's what I started on. Okay, don't hang up on me. And barely got a star. One little star. That's all. But isn't that color pretty? So, that's it for Mania. Well, with one exception. I showed you last time. Where is that pattern? Stars and Stripes, a Little House Needleworks pattern. Here it is. This one. And I finished it, but it is a gift, and I'm not sure if the person watches my videos or not, so I'm not gonna show that finish. I think she will probably show it later. And then, whoops, I had an FFO. This is June Wordplay, Brenda Gervais. I stitched this on 36 count, and it's a mystery. I don't have a clue what that linen is. It is a linen. I don't know. I used Gentle Arts and some DMC on this one, and I finished it very simply because it's a kind of a more primitive looking piece to me. And I didn't stuff it completely full and tight. I did that on purpose because I wanted it to be a little bit wrinkledy. I love that. Isn't that such a... I've got more of the word plays. I don't have all of them, but I have more. Some time ago, I told y'all I had done Marion Bright, and I showed it to you. It's a Brenda Gervais. And I wasn't going to stitch that border. But the longer I looked at it, the less I liked it. So I went back and did the border. I did it with Biscuit from Victorian Motto Sampler. I really like that color. It's a nice white. It's not a pure white. It's but it shows up well on gray. So I like it a lot. I have no idea how I want to finish this. I'm not going to decide that till we get closer to Christmas. That's when I'll think about that. StitchCon. Leaving for StitchCon a week from tomorrow. Yes, I'm so excited. I've decided to let my husband go with me. It's a 2-day drive, just not quite as far as Minneapolis was, but it's still a 2-day drive. And we are going to go from Cincinnati on Sunday to Gatlinburg to meet some of our children for a couple of days to spend some time with them. And so he's going with me. I don't know what he'll do. He is not a stitcher. He is not a visitor. But he'll find something to do, and it'll be fine, and he can do the driving, and that makes it even better. I did decide on my StitchCon small finish. Not sure this is going to show up. I've shown you this, I think. I did the little Farm Fresh Eggs shepherd's bush. Is that shepherd's bush? Where did this come from? I don't remember, y'all. But anyway, I got this little box at Hobby Lobby and put some nest material in here that I took out of a plant and put my little egg basket. I'd love to add some little eggs, but I don't know where I would find eggs this time of year. If you know that, somebody let me know, and I'll add that. That's going to be my StitchCon small exchange piece. All right, what else? Oh, I watched a new person on Flosstube, the Saltbox Stitcher. Okay, I'm in love. I have a girl crush. I, I asked her if there were any houses in her neighborhood for sale. I wasn't kidding. I just will move there. She's in Florida. That's okay. I'll just move in there somewhere in her neighborhood. She is an absolutely amazing stitcher. All those samplers. I don't even stitch samplers, and now I'm going to have to. I'm just going to have to. That's all because she's stitching them, and look at them. I wanted to be her BFF, but she thinks that Teresa Kitten Stitcher is going to be her BFF. So I'm just going to have to convince her. I don't know. What have I bought? Because y'all know I bought something. From Jen's Stitching Niche, and I love Jen too. Love, love, love Jen. I bought Shakespeare's Peddler, Kitten Stitcher, from the Parlor, Part 4, The Good Shepherd. And because Nicole at the Buckeye Stitcher did those keys, I had to have that too. Went immediately and ordered that. She did like a part of that for a small exchange, and I just loved it. So I needed that too. And I also bought one piece of fabric from her. It's a 30 count vintage Stormy Clouds. Look at that. Doesn't that just look like a gray day? If I could get the glare off of it. Whatever. I took a little time off from the hospital one day and went over to my LNS, which is the Shepherd's Needle. Ann Thompson's the owner of that. And I adore her. She's the sweetest lady. I had ordered a punch needle pattern, this one, and it had come in from Threads That Bind. This is the cutest thing made up, y'all. That little snowman face. Too cute. Just too cute. So, and I had also ordered, where is that one? Just a minute. Let me find. Sorry, y'all. You know I struggle with this. The Noah's Ark 3. I didn't even bring you my whips. I'm working on Noah's Ark 1, the giraffes, right now. This is Noah's Ark 3 that has the whales. Are they not the cutest things ever? And the squirrels. The squirrels are those squirrels or raccoons? Those are raccoons. With a snowman? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Cute anyway. I ran across this pattern, which I really, really liked. This is from Bent Creek, Stars and Stripes Forever. And I bought this fabric to put it on, 28 count platinum. Platinum, just plain old platinum. When I was going to Minneapolis to that retreat, I'm so crazy, y'all. Michelle sent out a message and said she was getting some of the boxes made that fit the O Tannenbaum pattern and asked if anybody wanted one. They were $5, I think. I don't know. And I said, sure, I'll take one. Heck, I didn't even have that pattern. So, had to buy the pattern for that because I had the box. And I had the box because Michelle said, oh, it's just $5. Insanity. Part 5 in the Farmhouse series, and I love this block. I'm going to make it all by itself. I haven't started those, by the way, but I have them. I'm also in love with Heartstring Samplery. Oh, my goodness, Beth. It's just so cute, and I love her. This one is You'll Be With Me Like a Handprint on My Heart. Can't wait to make that one for somebody. And I got her Festive Little Fobs Stitching Edition. Okay, glare, go away. And I want to make every one of them. I also ordered maybe 3 others of her little fobs. And then, of course, Plum Street Sampler. Paulette, stop it. I can't keep this up, honey. Goat Load. Sheep Heap. And Snort Stack. Because, of course, Paulette. Adorable. And one more punch needle pattern from Threads That Bind. Bless this house. I haven't touched my punch needle in over a month. I had to put it away when I was keeping Cade all the time because Cade really liked it too, and he really would like to have punched. Although it would not have been on the fabric, it might easily have been on me. So, what else is going on? 20 minutes. I'm doing good, y'all. I'm very unorganized right now because of all that's going on. I have shirts that need to be ironed and capris that need to be hemmed. I absolutely am determined that I'm going to take this sewing room apart. Things you can't see from this direction. I have a big design wall this way. I want it down. I want it gone. I'm not quilting anymore. I don't need it, although I do have a lot of various little blocks that are not put together into anything. I may need to share a few of those blocks with some of y'all. Just passing them on and letting you make something like a pillow out of one or something. That's a good idea. I want all that down because I want to hang some of my cross stitch there and some of my rescued pieces that I don't have a place to put. So I want to do that. I'm struggling with getting my overdyed flosses organized. I can't find a way that I like. I've tried 2 or 3 different things. So I don't know. I'm still working on that. But that's one of my goals for the summer. I want to make some more bags. I made 2 more of those little bags that I showed you last time. Both of them were gifts. But I have about 10 more of those placemats, and I need to get those made. If I get any made, I'll take some to StitchCon with me. So if anybody wants one, I can sell you one there. Do they let us do that? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't do that. But anyway, I'm going to work on that. My sister's coming back later this week to spend some more time with Terry. Her husband Mike will be coming with her to spend a little time fishing. So I'll need to do some meal planning and grocery shopping, which is going to be a lot of fun having them here for a few days before we leave for StitchCon. So I think that's it. Lots of stuff going on here. It's hot. It's humid. The mosquitoes are horrible. My husband sprayed for them this morning because he said they just ate him alive last night trying to water. We've done a lot of work in the yard. My younger daughter has been helping us with that. She took a little vacation. She's in Yellowstone right now, but I think it's looking pretty good. It's kind of bare, but it fits a lake house, I think, and it's going to be a lot less maintenance for my husband. So I'm happy with what we've gotten done, but we need to do quite a bit more in the back. We've almost finished in the front. It's going to be really hot. We can only do that early in the mornings here in the summertime. Can't even do it late in the evenings because it's way too hot to do that. So for those of you who are going to StitchCon, I can hardly wait to see you and to hug your neck and say hi. And for those of you who are not going to StitchCon, I'm so sorry. I will miss every one of you. But I hope you have some long days of stitching this summer. Have a glass of sweet tea and some good stitching time. And I'll talk to you after StitchCon sometime, okay? Bye-bye.